What's up, guys? How's it going? Joey66 coming at you. We got one person in here. All right. That's a good start. 3. Now we got 3. I forgot to turn all the lights on. I keep doing that. We're going to go with half lighting tonight. Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and of course his daughter and everybody else that was in the thing. It's just terrible for everybody. Sad to see a bunch of people die, in a crash like that. It's terrible. We got 5 people. How's it going, everybody? Anyway, we had a really nice day here today. I didn't really get out much, but nice nonetheless. So I didn't take the Challenger out. I was going to take the Challenger out and make a video for you guys, but I kind of got involved in some house cleaning and some other things around here, and that never happened. So anyway, I'm going to try to get the Challenger out the next couple of days. We're supposed to have decent weather, I think. So hopefully get some Dodge Challenger Scat Pack videos going for you guys here in the next, like I said, next couple of days. I'll try to make more videos. But most of them have been a little bit shorter, but more of them. Hey, Animation, what's up? Says it's the Attack here with the Mopar lineup 2009 Dodge Charger and the 2019 Dodge Charger GT. Hey, what's up? Chad's in the house. What's going on, Chad? I'm having a little bit of a lighting issue here. I forgot to turn all the lights on. I'm going to try to fix that real quick. That's a little bit better. That's what I get for trying to get in a hurry. Bouncing this sucker around. How's it going, everybody? How you doing, Chad? How's things up there in the north? I watched the Mika motorcycle action. I saw some. I haven't really watched much of it. I saw the Indian Larry bikes. I didn't see it live. I saw it, on replay and stuff like that. Some pretty cool bikes, I'm sure, up there. That thing. Animation says, yeah, Joey, get some SRT power stickers or just slap the. I only have one. I just have the one on the back spoiler. I'll get about 50 of those. $60 and sunny in Dallas today. Nice, Todd. Very nice. We were like 45, I think, today here, which is pretty nice for this time of year in Nebraska. And I think we're supposed to stay like that for a couple of days. Last time I looked, I'll have to check. I want to get out and go for some nice long walks and get the car out, like I said, and make some videos and hopefully get some outdoor stuff in instead of you start to get like cabin fever or whatever you want to call it when you get in these cold areas like this and you get stuck in the house and you don't get to go out and do things. You kind of, it gets to you mentally after a while. Animation says 60. Wow, the highest they had over there was 35, and it felt like 50. Wow. Yeah, this time of year when it gets to like 40, everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's nice. Walking around in shorts. Just all depends on where you live and what you're used to, what 40 means this time. Some people would be freezing in that weather. Others of us would think that was kind of nice right now. I don't know if we have any snow or any storms coming. I haven't really looked that closely. I need to pay more attention to the weather. I no longer get it from customers. I used to always get the weather report from my customers, whether it was at the grocery store, at the auto parts store. I don't really get that anymore. So I got to look myself, and I always forget. So I kind of figure out what the weather's going to be about 2 minutes before I actually have to go out in it. You want a Friends of Coal bumper sticker? I would love that. I want to put a AR-15 sticker in the back window. I am kind of controversial on some of the Tesla and Tesla Model 3 forums and stuff on Facebook or whatever, because I'm not one of those people. So I actually criticize the car in certain ways, and I just some of the things people say or ask on there are kind of hilarious. Like they wanted to what he wasn't sure if he could get wiper blades from anywhere else besides Tesla. Things like that. Yeah, you got a roll call on me. I know people get some of that stuff. People like to. Hey, Boise's here. What's up, Boise City? How's it going, man? Yeah, the man bun crowd would have a meltdown for sure, for sure. We don't get a lot of that crowd around this area where I live in, but there's some. Becky is in the house. Hello, Becky. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Just Dave. NRA license plate bracket. Yeah, I would like that. I have my NRA hat and I have my Trump hat. I wear those when I'm driving. So, I don't think we're going to put any. There's a license plate bracket on it now, a Tesla one that they gave us, which is actually kind of nice. But yeah, I wouldn't mind putting a different one on there that was a little more controversial, freak out some Tesla people. I like it because it's a cool car and it's pretty quick, and I like it because it's weird and all that stuff. I'm not that guy. Eating tacos since your roommate kicked you out of the kitchen. Hey, eating tacos is always good. I love eating tacos. I love it a little too much lately too. I started my day one today of 100 push-ups a day, besides the other stuff. So I'm gonna see how that goes. That's harder than it sounds. I thought that would be easy, but getting in 100 push-ups is pretty tough. Not all in one stretch. I can't do that. Yeah, I've seen a few of those animations. I've seen some Tesla Model 3s that are slammed, and it looks pretty good actually. I've seen a few. There's a few people out there brave enough to do some crazy things with them, and of course, the main Tesla crowd thinks they're nuts and all that. But you got a few people out there who are doing some pretty cool stuff with the cars. I always like to see what other people want to do with their cars and different tastes, even if it's not something I'm into. I still like seeing it. Todd Snake you ate some tacos from Taco Casa about an hour ago. I don't know what Taco Casa is, but it sounds good. I need to make some tacos soon. I haven't made any in a while. The other people who live in the house with me aren't huge taco fans, which is crazy to me, but it's like my favorite thing. Other car is a meat wagon. The one that says my other car gets 15 miles to the gallon. Uh-oh. You had to eat because your blood sugar dropped? Yeah, you got to do that. My daughter has type 1 diabetes, so we have to, well, she's an adult now, but I still worry about her. We had to watch her blood sugar real close. It's either going high or slamming down too low. It's always a weird balancing act. I learned a whole lot about type 1 diabetes in a real short period of time when she was diagnosed. At a crash course. Probably the most popular modded Tesla Model 3 is the Tesla Model. I haven't seen one turned into a pickup truck. I must have missed that one. Nevin Muscle, how do you feel about Chrysler Dodge? Low reliability and material with their cars. I don't feel anything about it because mine's been fine. No problem. So I don't think anybody makes bad cars anymore. You can't find it. You can't really go out and find a bad car anymore. The quality level on all brands has gone up tremendously in the last couple of decades. If I was looking for nothing but quality, I guess I'd go out and buy a Toyota Camry or something. It'd be boring as you know what, but I'll have to check that out. Animation, I will check that out. I'm surprised I haven't run across it yet. Yeah, the diabetes. Oh, that's a different kind of diabetes, though. Wilford Brimley has type 2. Type 1 is you're born with it. And hey, Sean, what's going on? You're not born with type 1. You couldn't be born with type 1. It's in your DNA, and type 1 just shows up sometime in your life, usually before you're about 20. And it's got nothing to do with your diet or anything like that. It's a genetic defect where you have you stop producing insulin, and we thought she had the flu for like a week, and then it got really, really bad, and it was horrible. I thought she was going to die. I thought it was the worst flu in history. We took her to the emergency room, and they figured it out within about half an hour or so that she was type 1 diabetic. We had to have her flown on a helicopter from here to Omaha Children's Hospital. It was quite the experience. Pretty scary. She was 10 years old at the time. Oh, your Octane Red Scat Pack 6B's been on sale since August, Sean. Right now, this Challenger hasn't even left it. I haven't started it in a week. I need to go out there. I'm probably going to drive it tomorrow, I think. I haven't really thought much about mods on the Scat Pack. I want to do some, more appearance stuff and things like that. Probably nothing power wise for a while. Boise City says never buy a car that was made on a Monday or a Friday. The dealership's price dropped from 43 to 38, 7,200 miles. Surprising to me. Yeah, it's pretty low. I haven't checked on what mine is supposedly worth lately. If I were going to trade it in or sell it. Todd Snake said hits your son when he was 17. Yeah, it can hit you anytime from birth to or before birth, I guess, all the way till you're about 20. Then if you get past the age of 20, the type 1 would have usually 99% of the time would have appeared by that time. So I always tell people, like if their kid is sick for a while and if they're super thirsty and stuff like that, I try to warn them like, don't take it for granted that they just are sick. You want to go down and have their blood sugar checked to make sure they're not. My kid would have probably died if we waited much longer. I feel terrible about that, but I had no idea about type 1. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know the symptoms. I didn't know. We just thought she'd caught some kind of weird flu, but then like everyone else in the house was fine, and she'd get better for like a little while, then she'd crash down and get really sick again, and then she'd feel better because at first the insulin works a little bit, and then it stops producing, and then it takes a little while for it to totally die. Pretty scary stuff. And if you have diabetes that runs in the family, it's not type 1 usually. Well, it can kind of, but type 2 is the one that. They're totally different diseases. Unfortunately, they have the same name. One has type 1 and one has type 2, but they really have very little in common with each other. Like you can give yourself type 2 by being unhealthy and overweight and alcohol. There's a lot of reasons you can do that. Type 1, you have no choice in the matter. You're going to get it. If it's in your DNA, you have it. Yeah. Sean says, hi, everybody. I don't think the 6-speed has the wide appeal like I thought. Yeah, I don't think so, Sean. It's only certain people are going to want, like myself, 6-speed. You're going to, anytime when we bought the car, I thought of that too. If we ever want to get rid of this thing, it's going to be a little bit trickier because you've got people who can't drive it for one thing, and then you've got another group of people who are, into the drag racing and all that stuff, and they're probably not going to want the 6-speed. They're going to prefer the automatics. It's a little bit quicker, and you're going to have just a certain narrow group of people that are going to actually prefer the 6-speed. And I think if you're buying a car like that, you're not going to buy it without the transmission that you want. It's not something you really want to like, you know what I'm saying, compromise on. You want what you want. When you buy a car like that, you want what you want. You want to get it the way you want it. I know I want to do Barton shifter. I have another person that drives the car too, though. So if it were all up to me, it would be a lot different car than it is right now. You're gonna make a badge for a 219 Hemi for your 3.6? Yeah, that you should. Shivas Adventure says Mopars are crap. Everybody's in a good mood tonight. Yeah, I ordered mine 6 speed too. I mean, that's how I wanted it. We ordered everything we wanted, and actually, we went back. At first, we didn't order the leathers, but after we thought about it for a day, we were like, "Oh man, we need to call them back and get the leather because I'm really really glad we did." But yeah, I wanted the 6 speed. I wouldn't have taken it any other way. They found us other cars. We had to order it because we couldn't find the car we wanted, and they found us other cars that were really close, but they're automatics and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do that. Nevin Muscle says, if you think about it, the material with these Dodges now is like 2015 and up, with so much accidents with weak plastic. The last Dodge had good quality material. It was a 2014 Charger SRT8, naturally aspirated. I think the quality is just fine. It's just fine for what you, for the for the price, for what you're paying for. It's about what you would expect. I love Trolls. I don't think there's a better car in the price range. If you're talking about fun muscle cars, it's really the only muscle car anyway. But um, if you want to talk about the cars in that price range that are performance cars, I don't think you can beat it for all around everything. It's an all around good car. It's quick, it's loud, it's crazy, it's big and comfortable. It's a great road trip car. It's a great everyday driver car. It's there's a lot of great things about it. Don't care about the trolls. That's fine. They're welcome to come and express their opinion as long as there's only a couple things I won't tolerate. Shiva, oh, Chaos Adventures. It's a different name. Mopars are crap. Yeah, I got Instagram. It's Joyce. It's the same as my YouTube channel, Joy66, all one word. Yeah, we're good with trolls. They're welcome. I've been asking for trolls, so I guess just getting what I asked for. Trolls. When you get people haters and trolls, it means you're doing pretty good. Had a nice little trip yesterday in the Tesla Model 3. It was a lot of fun, and we tested the battery situation in the cold weather. And as you guys saw, if you watch the video, you lose quite a bit of battery range when the weather gets cold. Ziggy and I, what's up, man? What's going on? You're going to put a ZL1 rear diffuser on Scat Pack? I like, yeah, they do. Those look cool. Boise says his tacos are gone and you feel much better. Yeah, yeah. Just Dave, what's up, Just Dave? Yeah, Just Dave. The Hellcat has too much torque. No such thing. Yeah, I always think if you're gonna put the pedal to the floor, you want to be pointing it in the direction you want to go with any car. Well, some cars it wouldn't matter because you wouldn't have enough power to worry about it. But you know what I'm saying? Whether you have a Camaro, Mustang, Challenger, Charger, Vet, or whatever other car, real world drive, if you're gonna really if you're gonna really punch it hard from a stop, you want it to be facing where you want it to go first. You see a lot of people try to do it and then turn, and it always goes poorly. Dominic says you're getting the same build quality, a 90 grand red eye and a 30 grand 6-cylinder Challenger. Desert Trader, what's up? Any additional information on Smoke Show? No, I don't. That all I got is the information that I got there yesterday, or was that a couple days ago? I guess. Um, I don't personally think that it looked that good. I mean, I like that. I like grays and all that. I do. But the Hellraisin is like my favorite. I can't wait. I'm hoping, please, someday to be able to get a Hellraisin one. Very, 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 very cool color. There's Chivos Adventures. I thought you were already in there because there's the Chaos Adventures. So it tricked me. And now Boise's joining in. Mopars are crap. Yeah, the Hellcat Supercharger wine is sweet. I like Fords too, Nevin. I do like Fords. I like Mustangs a lot. I would love to get a GT350 or a GT500. If I were going to buy a truck, it'd be a toss-up between the Ford or a Ram. So it would be a hard choice. I do like Ford trucks, though, especially if you go back to the older ones. I really love the '60s Fords and the late '50s, early '60s, and then the '60s. I love the 57 through the 60, and I love the 61 through 66. Those are like two of my favorite trucks, the Fords. I had a 68, and then I had a 74. And Chaos Adventures goes back to his Mopars are crap. He's got a wide vocabulary. He's showing his big brain there. I like some Chevys, Neffin. I like the Camaro for its performance. I think the Camaro is currently kind of an ugly car, but I like the car itself, as far as it being a good car and performance wise and everything. I just don't think it looks good to me. And I love Vets. The C8 Vet I think is beautiful. And when the ZR1 and Z06 and all that come out, or whatever they call it, if they call it the Zora or whatever, it's going to be very, very cool. Very fast. But just the basic one they're already put out is really cool. Yeah, Chivos Adventures is asking Chaos Adventure. What kind of car do you have? Boise City's going to do a man bun and skinny jeans and buying a Prius. Go for it. Send pictures. I'll put you in the video. Yep, that's true, Becky. You can hear one when they go by, especially when they get that thing. Yeah, it sounds good. They do sound really, really cool. Yeah, I like all kinds of cars just because I'm a Mopar guy and I like my Challenger and all that. And I'll probably get another one, a Hellcat or something, hopefully. Doesn't mean I am not one of those guys where, oh, their brands suck or whatever. I like them all. Everybody makes some cool stuff, and everybody always has made some cool stuff, and everybody's always made some junk too. So it's just you can point to any car company and make fun of some of the stuff they've done, and then praise some of the stuff that they've done. Like right now, I think Chevy styling is hideous to me. It looks horrible. There's not any of those cars except now, but then the C8 comes out and it's drop dead gorgeous to me. So, it's Dominic. Chaos once again says Mopars are crap. Dominic says he ordered a C8. You're supposed to get it in July. If not, then a 2021 in October or November. Cool, man. I did the online build the other day. I couldn't decide. I ended up with the dark red color that was very similar to my Challenger color. I love that color. I forget what it's called on there. Long Beach red, I think. Something like I think it's Long Beach red, I think. Becky, you finally hit 12,000 miles last week. Sweet. Yeah, I do. I have a GM Saturn, Chevy Saturn. When Saturn first started, it was kind of its own little side thing. It was part of GM, but they were kind of letting them do their own thing. And then as the years went on, it became just like a Cavalier with a different, or one of those, or a Pontiac Sunfire or something, and all those cars. And that's when they kind of went downhill and they kind of lost their way, and then they disappeared. Boise says trolls belong under a bridge and not on a live stream. Dominic, you're trading in your Hellcat. That would be tough, man. But the C8 is gorgeous. Nevin Muscle says, since Mustangs and Camaros are considered pony cars, yeah, like they mostly on the sporty side. Yeah, they're more like sports cars. Yeah, I think the Challenger is really the only muscle car left, and I like that. People don't like it. They say it's too big and too heavy, but I like that about it. I don't necessarily wish it was as heavy as it was, but the size I like. That's why I picked it. I could have bought a Mustang or a Camaro or whatever, but I could have bought it, But I like the Challenger because of its size. It's way more comfortable, usable. It's got a big trunk. It's obnoxiously loud and crazy, and tons of torque and power. And it's a general fun. And it looks, it's got that retro muscle car look to it, which I also love. That's why I chose it over those other cars. There's nothing wrong with any of them, though. Just when you get in a Camaro or Mustang, you're a little bit cramped. Don't want to, not something I want to be in all day if I'm driving across the country or something. Just Dave says, although you're reading that the reliability in the Camaros hasn't been good. I don't know. I haven't read anything about that. I just don't like the way the Camaro looks right now. Yeah, I agree with Becky. Keep both. I know. I know you gotta. That doesn't work out that way usually in real life, unless you're independently super wealthy. Chivos Adventures. I don't think Chaos Adventures drives. He's just screwing around until his mom tells him to go to bed. Chad says you sat in the 2019 SS Camaro and your fat ass didn't fit and couldn't see out of it. Yeah, that's how I felt too when I got in one. It was real tight squeeze, and I'm looking at the window right here. The Mustang was quite a bit better, but still a little cramped. The Challenger's, I think it's a more livable daily car, with still being a crap ton of fun, and it handles way better than people give it credit for. Yeah, it's not a Corvette or a Porsche or anything handling, but for a car the size of the Challenger Scat Pack that I have, for the size of that thing and everything, it actually handles pretty damn good. A car that handled that way 15 years ago would have been considered an extremely good handling car. So I know by today's standards on the smaller sports cars, they handle much better. I get that, but it handles very, very well. Boise City says, well, guys, you had some bad news. Your Pontiac is very sick. You found out that, oh no, one of the catalytic converters is blocked up and it's going to cost almost 700 to fix it. Crap. Yeah, that they can be a pain in the. That's not a good thing there, Boise. Dominic says, yeah, if you could afford it, though, I might buy an all-wheel drive Challenger or Charger. That would be cool. Nevin Muscle says you love the Challengers and you don't consider it to be too big like the ones that usually say it's like a boat, or the ones that are not used to driving big cars. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm a little bit older, so I've driven a lot of big cars in the past too. So, and trucks and everything else. It doesn't seem that big to me. I do realize it's kind of big. Like when I go to put it in the garage and things like that, it doesn't. It just barely fits in there. But um, so it is a fairly good sized vehicle, but it's not huge or a boat by any stretch. Dave says he's pretty happy with his all-wheel drive Charger. Yeah, Boise City. He said something else. Boise City says his Pontiac's always breaking. I've had a couple Pontiacs in the past that were decent. One of them was basically a junk car, but it still, I mean, it held together, got me around for quite a couple of years. It was a really old Pontiac 6000 wagon. Kind of a hilarious car, but it actually, it did get me around for a long time, so I can't complain. Um, okay, if you can't say anything besides the same thing over and over, we'll just get rid of you for a few minutes there. Let's see. Maybe I should have some mods, huh? Anybody want to be a? Just means to send it down. Yeah, I mean, if they want to troll, they could at least change up what they say instead of just saying the same thing 3,000 times. I don't care if people want to come in here and talk crap about Mopars, that's fine, but at least be part of the conversation. Don't type the same 3 words 85 times. Okay. Oh, I gotta get Boise. Oops, I'm trying. Damn, this thing's gone crazy on me. My cursor won't. There it goes. For some reason, it went flying all around the screen. Whoops. Uh-oh. Screwed up. Sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. But I put you in timeout. How do I get you out of that? I don't see a way to get you out of it. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Boise, can you talk? I can't get you back. I accidentally hit timeout instead of moderator. Ah, crap. Out. User remove. Well, shit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I was worried I accidentally timed you out for a second there. My Trump beanie's in the other room. I don't wear it all the time. Actually, I'm working on a project with a guy right now, a filmmaking project thing, and I at his house the other day, we were standing in the kitchen, and I turned around and I noticed he has got a Bernie Sanders magnet on his refrigerator. Yeah. Nevin Muscle says you don't really like muscle cars, but you still like JDM sports cars and muscle trucks, and the true fact that JDM Japanese cars are more reliable than American cars, that's debatable. But they're all cooler. Like I said, everybody has some cool cars. I mean, and these days there's no bad cars anymore. It's not like the 70s, 80s, 90s. There was some, I almost said a bad word, bad cars. Everybody's making good stuff now. Just Dave says you don't know if the money was right. You don't know how you choose a car. Yeah, there's so many choices, which is a good thing. We have a lot of good choices nowadays. I mean, you can go to any car lot from any manufacturer and find some good choices usually, unless you're looking for something super specific. Chad had a 77 two-door. I had a 97. I had a 97 four-door Grand Am GT and got charged sports car insurance. I was 25 and married, so that helped. Yeah, I had a 97 four-door GT with the quad 4 and 5-speed. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. I bought it brand new. Black interior. Z Outlaw SS. Yeah, no Ford hat tonight. I just got kind of a plain one on. It's got a stripe. That's it. I got a Chevy hat too. I don't wear it much. I can't find it. I do have a Chevy. It's got I think it just has a Chevy bow tie. And I used to wear it in some videos, but it's around my house somewhere. I gotta find it. I like to wear as many beanies from any car company that I can get a hold of. They're hard to find though. There's not a lot of beanies out there. So there's lots of like baseball cap type hats. So if anybody would like to send me a beanie of their favorite car company, I'd gladly wear it in the videos. We got Boise City as a moderator so he can help me keep this place in line. I'm falling behind on the messages. Hey, Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Kyle's here. See, I've been falling behind. I just had to pull the screen down because I'm so far behind reading the messages. Yeah, Chad, you can, if you're a moderator, you can like put people on timeout or kick them out of the room or whatever. I don't think I've ever kicked anybody out. I just put them on timeout. Like I said, I don't mind if people want to come in and be negative or if they want to talk bad about Mopars, that's fine. That's their right. This is America. We all have the right to speak our minds. But if they're going to say the same three words over 20 times, I'm going to get rid of them because it's just annoying. I'm perfectly happy to have a discussion with anybody about anything. We can disagree to we can agree to disagree. We can make our points. It's entertaining that way, but it's not entertaining when you just say Mopars are crap. Mopars are crap. Mopars are crap. He must not have his own car. He'd be too busy working on it or planning things for it or making his own channel or doing something to sit on my stream and say Mopars are crap 97 times in a row. But it's almost time for his bed anyway. I'm sure his mom's going to be calling him to tell him to get in bed. And he's going to be like, I need a glass of water and all that crap. So he'd probably be too busy here in a few minutes with all that. So he won't be coming back. Nevin Muscle says you love muscle cars still, even though the classic muscle cars are dying, but the modern American muscle cars are taking over. Yeah, they really are. I noticed that, like in the if you watch the Bear Jackson and all that stuff recently, and the Meekum stuff recently, the modern muscle cars are doing pretty well in there. And then the classic muscle cars, the only ones that do well are the ones that are like resto mods that are brought up to date, kind of as far as motor and everything. The classic original muscle cars are have dropped off a lot in popularity and value, which is kind of weird. Oh, you got someone contacted you. What was it from Braidwood? He has a 392. Oh, cool. He saw one of my videos and contacted you. Good, good, good. Oh, Boise. Boise's. Chad, you had a Ford lover tell me real men don't wear bow ties. I asked him if he ever looked at an old timey photo of the big three car makers. They said, oh, now don't start timing everybody out. Don't be doing that now. Yeah, he's back. Uh-oh, he's back. Oh, cool. You exchange phone numbers, Kyle, so you'll be getting the ride. Yeah, I'm not the guy that's like gonna sit there and be like Dodge, Mopar or no car and all that stuff. Or, I like all kinds of cars. I love GTRs. I love all kinds of stuff. Boise says, Amen. Joey trolls can be fun. Yeah, they can make it interesting. And if they want to, there's a difference between an intelligent conversation and just coming in and saying the same three words 75 times. Just Dave says, Blaze even has a little wrench next to his name. I hope before you time somebody, you say, I'll fix you. Yeah, you should. I'll fix you. I remember some YouTubers said how Hellcats are more reliable than 392s. When I completely disagree, it's the other way. 392s are reliable than the Hellcats. What would you say? I don't know. I don't know if there's enough history there to really say one or the other. I know 392s are not. They're not great when it comes to doing a lot of things as far as modifying them for more power. They're not real. Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think either one of them are bad. So it's, yeah. Boise City, you got to say, I'll fix you first. I am going to have to. I still haven't listened to your audio, Kyle. I keep forgetting. I was super busy, and then I told you I'd listen to it, and then I forgot. I got to go back. It's now so far back in my email. I'm gonna have to scroll back and find it. Uh-oh, my phone's dinging. Oh, Z Outlaw SS is going to drive a 392 and see what it's all about in 2 weeks, and then you have some money in case you like it. I think you're going to like it. I think you'll like it a lot. It's fun. They're a lot of fun. Hey, Sub Zero J Gaming is here. What's going on? I'm gonna see what was that on my phone there. Make sure there's no children problems. Nope, it's not my kids, so we're good. Nothing else really matters. Everything else can wait. All right, Sub Zero, going to bed already? Damn. Oh, you're where are you? I can't remember now. Yeah, he just he skinned his knee, Chad. Kyle says ice cream is my dog's crack. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I was thinking of something completely different. Ah, oh no! Now Kyle's been timed out. He was talking about his dog liking ice cream. Oh, you got to be up at 4:30. Yeah, then you need to get to bed, don't you? Yeah, that's been there before. I got to get up super early sometimes, and I used to have to get up super early for my job that I had a while back. So yeah, I understand the going to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock. Even that's not sometimes not enough. Yeah, in Cornhusker territory, it's now 8:27. Just Day said, "You think Scotty Kilmer said the Hellcats were solid engines, but I don't remember why. As far as better than the 392s, I don't know. Yeah, every time I hear Scotty Kilmer, he's talking about Mopars are crap and Mopars suck, and the only thing you should buy is a 1997 Toyota Camry or something. I don't know. He bores me. He seems like he's drunk. I thought he said that his ice cream was his dog, so his dog is like addicted to ice cream the way that we would get addicted to crack. I think that's what he meant. Dominic, I do not know anybody with a high mileage Challenger. Um, I see a lot of them like on YouTube and in people in forums and things like that with some 392s with pretty high mileage and Hellcats with high mileage and then the 6.1 and the 5.7. I see a lot of them, but I don't really know anybody personally. Can't think of. I'm trying to think what Fatboy R6 has a Challenger, and it's like a 2014, and I can't remember how much. I don't think he's got real high miles on it. I know him personally. Take care, Sub Zero. Get some rest, man. Now, I think I don't, boys. I don't think he meant that he was. I think he just meant that his dog likes ice cream so much it's like crack. Just Dave said I could see a Mustang in your garage. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe I could see a GT 500 or a GT 350 in my garage for sure. Definitely see that. I'd love to have a Hellcat and a GT 500 or a Hellcat and a GT 350. I'm dreaming now. I don't. My garage is big enough for both of them anyway. I keep slamming into the thing here and making everything bounce. Not sure why I never usually do that. I'm not sure why it's happening right now. I'm going to open. Here's what we're going to drink tonight. Yeah, we don't. I don't think. I don't think Kyle meant to say anything wrong. He just. I read it at first. I thought he was talking. I thought he was talking about his dog's crack too. He was just saying his dog likes it so much. It's like crack. He's probably sitting there wondering why he got timed out. You guys are making me laugh tonight. Chad always has me cracking up, especially. I hope my battery's not dead on the Challenger. I don't think it's been started in a week and a half. And those batteries they come with are not the greatest. He should be back anytime now. It was 300 seconds, so shouldn't be too much longer. Hopefully he didn't leave. Yeah, when I first read it, I thought, what is he talking about? He talks crap for? And then I realized after I read it a couple times, I was like, oh, I know what he's saying. He was talking about how much his dog loves to eat ice cream. Oh, that's funny. I hope he thinks it's funny too. I hope. I thought Kyle went off his rocker there for a second. I was like, what's he talking about that for? I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hear a lot of the ones that come with are bad, and I still have the original battery, so I hope it starts. It's been in the deep freeze for it's warming up now, but it's been cold and it's just been sitting there. I haven't started it or anything. Becky says she's been frozen out of her car for 2 weeks and still started right up. I think Dodge is guilty of having batteries that have been sitting around the factory for a really long time, and then they still put them in the car anyway. I know when I worked at auto parts at Napa and stuff, we had batteries, and they stayed in the store too long, they would get marked down with no warranty. But we'd charge them and test them and make sure they were good. But they'd get them for like 80, $90, just with no guarantee, and but with the thing showing the test that it's a good battery and all that. Because it'd be sitting in there for when it starts to push, sitting around for a year or so. That's starting to get too old to sell as a normal battery. Yeah, I've gone quite a ways before without. I did one time where it wouldn't start, and that was because it was trying to update the Uconnect was trying to update, and it kept failing, and it kept doing it all night, and it wouldn't stop. And it killed itself. Okay, Kyle's back. Welcome back, Kyle. Sorry about that. You went and got some ice cream today, and he barked at me. Of course, I got him a cup so he wouldn't go nuts. Huge addiction. He knows the cup. Oh gosh. Oh, the husky. Yeah, huskies can be kind of. They like to bark and make a lot of noise. They kind of talk. That was kind of funny. Hey, Z Outlaw, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. You guys check out Z Outlaw SS's channel. He does some cool live streams too. But he's got a lot of good stuff on there. He's got a cool Camaro and a good channel, good guy, very entertaining dude. So if you haven't already figured him out, go check him out. You got to be up at 5 a.m. All right, take care, Z Outlaw. My youngest daughter always wanted a husky. We had a German short-haired pointer, but she always wanted a husky. Yeah, I'm a little husky too, Dave. I got more push-ups to do before bed tonight too. Ugh. Well, we put him on timeout, and I don't know if he's coming back or not. Or did we kick him out fully? I'm not sure if he was on timeout or kicked out. Yeah, I think huskies are pretty demanding, and they'll like talk to you when they want something. They not fat and big boned. My mom says. Yeah, you won't have much to do, Bozy, because everybody's usually pretty cool, and I don't mind trolls as long as they're contributing to the conversation. Now, if I get a really good troll who actually has some really good cut downs or whatever, let them go because I like that. I want to. If they're just going to be simple and stupid, we don't need them. But oh, he's got some border collie. Oh, border collies are a handful. I had a border collie once. They're really smart, but they are almost they're a pain in the butt. That dog was a pain. Got to pay the troll toll. Yeah, creative trolls who have some good cut downs, good burns, and good stuff like that. We want that. But if they're just going to type Mopar suck, or whatever 80 times, that's not creative at all. That's somebody with too much time on their hands. Been 52 minutes almost already. It's going quick, man. We've been talking pretty nonstop here. I had quite the little conversation going here, so that's always makes the time fly. Then I look over to see how long we've been going, and damn, that was time is moving right along. Trying to think of any other interesting car stuff happened this week for me. Nothing really, other than the Challenger video or Tesla video I made, and what else did we do? Chad, hey Joe, I heard that you're so short that your feet are in your driver's license photo. I'm not tall by any means, that's for sure, but I think my feet are out of the photo. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go check later. Yeah, I heard that Hummer's going to put out an electric vehicle. Everybody's going to put out an electric vehicle, so get used to it, guys. It's unfortunately that's the way we're going. All your favorite cars and all your favorite car companies are going to be putting out electric stuff and electric versions of current cars and electric assist and hybrids, and it's coming faster than you realize. Shivos Adventures is out of here. Good night, Joey. Good night, everybody. Got to get up really early tomorrow. Everybody's getting up early tomorrow. Take care, Adventures. See you later, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, Tesla's kind of ahead of the curve, I think, but everybody's going to be doing the same thing. And the new Ford Mach-E thing, which I think actually is pretty cool. And the performance one's going to be really, really fast, which is cool. Now, Boise, don't put me on timeout. Why do you have to use curse words like electric cars? EVs, is that better? Yeah, it's coming though, man. It really is. The government's forcing it for one thing. I mean, basically, the the Tesla Model 3 was the 9th best-selling vehicle last year, so it's coming. It's actually not so much of a weird thing anymore. It's kind of becoming mainstream. I keep banging the damn. This whole setup is sitting on the end of a bed. I think I have showed you guys before. I'm sitting at the end of a bed in our spare bedroom. I have a box that the laptop is sitting on. I have a webcam up there and my microphone over here. That's probably loud when I pick that up. EV's a curse word too. I got quite the fancy setup here, guys. I'm at the end of a bed. That's a mattress right there. That I'm very high tech and very classy. It's all state of the art stuff going on in here. Yeah. I think maybe I'll do one from the bathtub sometime. I'll have to be careful though. I don't want to stand up or anything, get kicked off YouTube. Yes, that's those are the most frightening words in history. We're from the government. We're here to help. Still got 12 people. I don't remember. I don't know what our top amount of people was tonight. I forgot to look. It'll tell me when I'm done. It tells you how many people, what the most people you had or whatever it was at one time. Government is evil for the most part. Just Dave, I don't know. I wouldn't mind having an EV, but imagine trying to head up north. I don't think you can do it in one charge. They're getting the technology is really taking leaps and bounds, so it won't be long. Um, I think the that Ford Mach E is going to have, there's different range levels you can purchase. It costs more, but the top level one's going to be like 400 miles or something, and then the Tesla Roadster that's going to come out is going to be like 500 miles. So that'll all trickle down eventually to the lower priced cars, and they'll be able to go 400 or 500 miles on a charge. I really thought the Tesla superchargers and all the charging stations would be a big deal before we got the car, and you learn rather quickly that once you have the car, that you just charge it at home all the time. And we've only used the charging stations a couple of times. And I was watching some other guys, some car commentator guys from Detroit, and they were kind of saying the same thing because everybody always brings up, what about chargers? Where are you? How are you gonna? What about the places where you go to charge it? What if there's not one close, or what if it's not working, or all these things? And it really, once you have the car and you're actually using it on an everyday basis, you realize that that's really not that important unless you're going on a cross country trip or something. If they want electric, why do they charge you extra? A lot of places are charging extra tax when you go to register an electric because you're not getting the gas tax because you're not buying gas. Todd Snake asked if anybody's installed Oracle Halos in their Challenger. I want to get colored fog lights in my Challenger. I'm going to probably do that soon. Yeah, I should clickbait the C8 again. I didn't really mean to clickbait that night. I just said, "Hey, it's coming out tonight. Let's talk about it," kind of thing. But a lot of people thought that the reveal was going to be here. I forget we had 60 or 80 people in here at once. It was pretty cool. I should start. Maybe I should have put Kobe Bryant or something on the title for tonight. That would have sucked though. I got to figure out like at home how much it costs for the electricity bill. If we go, we did a full charge of Tesla supercharger once, and it was about $7 there. We haven't had when we get the next utility bill, I'm going to just do some basic stuff to kind of see how much it went up from the month before we had the car, and I could get more technical about that and figure it out probably just from the cost we pay for the electricity now. But I don't feel like going all. I'm just going to do a real basic. But yeah, like at one of the charging stations or something to charge it up all the way. They're all different for some reason. Even Tesla superchargers in different areas, they charge different amounts. But I think the one she used up there in Grand Island, it was about $7. It would have been $7. We have some free charging at the moment, so it was actually free. But it tells you what it would have been if it wasn't free. And I think it was $6.90 or something like that, somewhere close to $7. And if like in my videos, if I put in the description, there's a link for our car, our purchase or whatever, and if you put that link in there, if somebody else uses that link and then they end up buying a Tesla, we get like 1,000 miles of free charging at the stations. They used to give you free charging on the older Teslas when you purchased them. It was free charging forever, but that is no more. Boise says you can have an electric vehicle as long as you have a gas vehicle as a spare. You don't have both. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, especially living where we live, we couldn't have just the EV. That'd be impossible. It really would. If you lived in a big city and maybe all you did was go to work and and then when you were going to leave and go on a road trip, you were or whatever, it might be possible. But where I live, you have to have another car. We have one, two, three other cars. Yeah, it's still much cheaper than buying gas. Even if you do have to pay for the charging, it's still you get 250 miles for $7. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, get a Tesla and a little car or something or whatever. Like where we live, we wouldn't have bought that car if we didn't have other cars to depend on as well. She takes it to work every day and back. She goes, it's about 60 or 65 miles to her work, so she goes on a about 130-mile round trip every day in it. And there's plenty of charge for that. So when she gets home, it gets plugged back in and it's ready for her again the next day. I take it out at night sometimes for a little while or on the weekends or whatever. Once in a while, she takes the Challenger just because she likes driving it. So she'll take the Challenger up to work too. Yeah, I think for a long road trip, I would rather have the gas. Definitely, it's going to be more convenient and a lot quicker trip because you have to stop and charge it, and the charging takes a little while. Even a Tesla supercharger, it doesn't take a really long time, but it still takes longer than getting gas by far. So look at if you run it down real low, you're looking at like 25 minutes, half an hour to charge it. So that could be a pain in the butt when you got to if you got to do that 4 or 5 times driving across the country or whatever, you're adding on a couple 3 hours to your trip. So yeah, that would suck. I mean, it can be done, but as opposed to like stopping for 5 minutes to fill up your tank and then taking off. Now, if you got to eat or something anyway, then it wouldn't really matter. But you're not going to eat every time you stop and charge. You might be surprised, Becky. There might be more charging stations than you think. There's a there was a Tesla charging station that I didn't even know was there until I looked into buying one. I never knew it was there. I drove within like 100 feet of it all the time and had no idea it was over there. Now I see it. It sounds out like a sore thumb. Now that I'm looking, now that I know it's there, I just never realized it was there. Yeah, that would be a good road. Anything that can go a long ways on a tank like the Ford Expeditions that I drive at work. They go about 600 miles on a tank of gas, so that's nice. Wow. Yeah. No. Well, I don't think so, Chet. You seriously? I don't think so. Maybe you could be right. 150 miles. I have a friend with a Kia. He likes it a lot. I've only been in it once. If you just go like Tesla, look up Tesla supercharger on Google. It'll show you where all the stations are if you're just ever curious, and you'll see there's probably some closer. And then there's other charging stations. There's Charge Point and Charge America or something like that. There's other chargers too. They're a little bit slower though. There's a website that's I think it's called a Better Trip Planner. It's for EVs, and if you put in your say I was going to leave tomorrow for a trip, and I could put in my starting point and that I was going to say San Antonio, Texas, and it will tell me the best route to take, where to stop, how long to charge for at each stop, and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And Tesla has their own version of that. It's not quite as good because they only do the Tesla superchargers, so they don't show you the other stations. And so sometimes if you look at that other one, it gives you a little bit better route and more options on stations. But you have to be a member of those stations too. It's not like a regular gas station on most of them where you can just go in and pay. You have to sign up for the app or whatever. And now, if you get on the coasts and all that, there's charging stations everywhere. But yeah, out here, they're pretty few and far between for sure. I wouldn't buy one like if you don't have a way to charge it at home, though, it would be a real hassle. I mean, there's people who buy them, they're living in apartments and they don't have any way to plug it in. I don't think I would never do that because, like I said, you're going to charge it at home 95% of the time. I really like the Kia Stinger. I think it's a cool looking car. I didn't realize how expensive they were, though. VFGFGFGFGF. I bet my V6 Challenger is faster than yours. That's quite a name you got there. VFGFGFGFGF. Well, I bet my Scat Pack is faster than something. I found a few things that it's faster than, and a couple things that were faster than it. It's just to confuse people. Is it that guy friendly? Most of the cars nowadays are actually fairly comfortable, even if for bigger people. Even the small cars, they've done a good job with the interiors on most of them. You don't feel totally, like. Yeah, if I were looking for an small econo vehicle, I think a Kia would be the way to go. They get good warranty, and they've come a long way, and it seems like they are making some pretty good cars from everything that you see and hear and read. VFG. Okay, when you fly by them in your V6 Challenger. Boys, he's 6'4" and he fits into a Forte just fine. Yeah, they've come a long ways with the small cars in the last couple decades. Back in the 70s and 80s and all that, in 90s even, you buy a little car, and boy, they were tight inside. Now they get a little bit more room in there to move around and be comfortable. I was surprised by Kim's Prius when I first met her. I thought, oh my god, am I gonna? I mean, I'm not huge or anything. I'm not very tall, obviously, but I'm bigger. And back then, I was bigger. When I first met her, I was lifting weights every day, and I was a lot wider at the time. At least up here, I'm wider down here now. But I was and I was actually surprisingly comfortable in that car. I was kind of dreading getting in it, but it wasn't bad at all. Our Saturn's pretty tight though. It's pretty, and it sits so damn low. Your butt's about that far off the ground when you're driving that thing. It's like getting up and down off of a go kart, and it's pretty tight in there. but that's a 2002 or three, two, I think. See, a 2020 Toyota Corolla base model is 18.5, and a 2020 Kia Forte is only 16.6. That's cheap. 16.6 for a new car is cheap. Damn. Oh God, Chad. Uh-oh. I'll fix you. All right, go keep. Why am I hitting that all the time tonight? I never hit it before. Did my legs get longer? I don't think so at this age. I'm pretty sure I'm done growing. I love that. I'll fix you. That's going to be great. Don't wrench me, bro. Yeah, they should have a little taser symbol instead of the wrench. A little foot kicking or something, like kicking them out. You boot. It's getting all quiet. I'm getting all quiet. Sorry, guys. Got something going on here. Oh, that would be my work. There we go. Hello. Hello. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to work and I haven't slept. It's going to be interesting. There we are. Let's answer it again. Hello? Pick up in Marysville going to Kansas City? Yeah, I guess I can do that. No. Nope, I don't. Well, it's longer than that, but I go there a lot. Not for this job, but I'm trying to think. What is it now? 9. So 10, I could probably be there before 11. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, guys, I'm going to Marysville, Kansas, and then to Kansas City, and then back home. And I've been up since like 6 o'clock in the morning. So this is going to be fun. So anyway, guys, I got to get out of here, and I will talk to y'all later. And have a good, fun night. And thanks for coming in, guys. I totally appreciate it. I am going to go start drinking some caffeine so I can get through this trip. This is going to take a while. Bye, guys. Thanks, man.